Have you ever heard of a country where the word lady is actually taboo in conversation? A village where visitors must ring a bell to ask permission from the village chief before entering. A funeral that turns into a 9-night-long party that goes on until dawn. And a place where KFC is considered the best in the world. Welcome to Jamaica, a tropical paradise and one of the most culturally rich spots in the Caribbean. From secret beaches that aren't on any map, to the world's hardest-to-reach ocean bar, and traffic where driving on the wrong side of the road is the norm. Every experience here is an unforgettable story of its own. Let's dive into the 15 strangest and most forbidden things in Jamaica in today's documentary. Number 15. What not to wear when visiting Jamaica. Many American tourists are surprised to learn that wearing camouflage clothing and accessories is not appropriate in Jamaica. Interestingly, this applies not only to clothing but also to hats, backpacks, belts, and even sandals with camouflage patterns. At Jamaica's major airports, Norman Manley and Sangster, there have been cases where travelers wearing camo jackets, shorts, or backpacks were asked to change their attire right at immigration. Some camo items are even held at customs, regardless of the brand, whether it's Under Armour or Nike. This rule applies to children as well. Families bringing camo clothing for their kids are often reminded of it at the airport. Some high-end resorts in Montego Bay even post notices encouraging guests to choose other outfits when dining or attending events on the property. What's especially notable is that even Jamaicans strictly follow this rule. The intention behind this is to preserve the professional image of the Jamaican Defense Force, known as one of the most organized military forces in the Caribbean. So if you love Jamaica and want a smooth trip, make sure to pack bright, vibrant, Caribbean-inspired outfits instead. Comment 4 if you find this rule interesting. Number 14. A nighttime taboo in Kingston. Kingston, Jamaica's famous capital, is a hub of reggae, street art, and endless mini-parties. However, for foreign tourists, walking alone at night in Kingston isn't an ideal experience. Downtown Kingston has many gray areas that are bustling during the day but become eerily quiet after dark, with shops closing early and empty sidewalks, quite a contrast to lively European capitals. A unique part of Jamaican culture is street sitting. You'll often see homeless individuals, street vendors, and groups of young people singing and playing instruments on the sidewalks, which can sometimes make safety hard to gauge for Western visitors. One fascinating thing, there's no noise curfew for music in Kingston. Massive speakers pump reggae and dancehall through the streets all night, turning many corners into spontaneous parties. Unlike Europe, Kingston has no standard business hours. Some places close at 6 p.m., others stay open until dawn. Additionally, there are plenty of unofficial taxis, but not all of them are safe for newcomers. While Kingston used to have one of the highest crime rates in the Caribbean, and armed police are visible throughout the city, locals are incredibly friendly and will gladly offer directions and safety tips. It's a beautiful contrast in one of the world's most musically rich and culturally vibrant cities. Number 13. Don't touch someone's dreadlocks. In Jamaica, something that may seem small carries deep meaning. Never casually touch someone's dreadlocks. While it may sound odd, to many Jamaicans, dreadlocks are not just a style, but a sacred religious symbol. Many Rastafari followers view their dreadlocks as an extension of their body, holding life energy and spiritual connection to God. A casual touch from a stranger can disrupt the positive energy they carefully maintain. Some dreadlocks are cultivated over decades, growing as long as 6 feet, embodying time, faith, and personal belief. Many Rastafari choose to cover their hair with a scarf or a red, yellow, green hat in public, as their hair is reserved for sacred ceremonies or private settings. Even among famous reggae artists, some have stopped performances after fans touched their hair. In Jamaican folklore, touching someone's dreadlocks can bring bad luck to both parties. Interestingly, This respect for dreadlocks extends beyond Jamaica. Communities of color in the US, UK, and Canada also treat dreadlocks as a cultural symbol of pride and an area that outsiders should approach with respect. Number 12. Be careful using your left hand in Jamaica. One of Jamaica's more curious daily customs involves hand use. Traditionally, the left hand is seen as impolite in social interactions. Jamaicans always use their right hand to give or receive items. Offering a gift or money with your left hand can result in a polite refusal or a frown, especially from older generations. The same goes for handshakes. Offering a left-handed handshake is considered disrespectful, unlike the more relaxed approach in Western cultures. Another point: pointing directly at someone during a conversation is also avoided in Jamaica, as it is seen as rude or aggressive. Instead, Jamaicans use gentle, open hand gestures. Even at local markets, it's better not to point directly at items. Vendors appreciate polite, subtle gestures when asking about prices. In rural areas, it's common for young people to greet elders with a gentle hand gesture or clasped hands, a beautiful tradition that contributes to Jamaica's reputation for refined social etiquette in the Caribbean. Have you ever encountered any hand gesture customs while traveling? If so, comment 5 and share your experience. Number 11. Strange taboos inside Rastafari villages. For travelers seeking the world's most profound cultural experiences, visiting a Rastafari village in Jamaica is a must. But here's the catch: you can't just walk in without permission. Many traditional Rastafari villages are considered sacred ground, with village elders acting as spiritual guardians. Visitors must first gain their approval, and in some villages, this involves a special knocking ritual, ringing a bell or playing an instrument at the gate and waiting for an invitation. When visiting, modest and respectful attire is encouraged. Though herbal smoke is part of welcoming rituals, it should only be accepted if offered. Pay special attention to the red, yellow, green flags and portraits of Emperor Haile Selassie IF. These are sacred symbols. Leaning against or touching them is strictly forbidden. And of course, photography or political discussions should be approached with caution, as Rastafari villages are spaces for spirituality and philosophy. Curious what might happen if you enter without permission? Comment 6 if you want to find out. Number 10. In Jamaica, KFC is considered the best in the world. Jamaican cuisine is known across the Caribbean for its bold and wild flavors. But interestingly, here, visitors can experience a surprising contrast between traditional national dishes and KFC. First, there's ake, the official national fruit of Jamaica. Unripe ackee contains hypoglycin A, a compound that can cause poisoning. That's why Jamaicans are very careful to only use naturally opened, ripe ackee. Traditionally, unopened ackee is a strict no-no in cooking. Even in restaurants, chefs must ensure the fruit is properly ripened. Ackee and saltfish, ackee sautéed with salted cod, is a beloved national dish, though first-time visitors often mistake it for some kind of unusual scrambled eggs. And the most unexpected part? Jamaican KFC is dubbed the best in the world. Tourists even line up to try it. The secret? They use free-range local chickens with crispy skin, firm meat, and a Jamaican-inspired seasoning with a hint of jerk spice. A tip: if you plan to bring canned ackee back to the US, choose brands with certified safety labels. And here's a fun taboo. Never criticize Jamaican KFC in front of locals. They take great pride in it, on par with their traditional cuisine. Number 9. The world's most unique 9-night celebration. Among the world's most unusual festivals, Jamaica's 9 nights will definitely surprise many American tourists. Though it's technically a funeral tradition, 9 nights is a 9-night-long celebration that feels more like a music festival and party. Traditionally, 9 nights is held to celebrate the spirit of the deceased, moving on to the afterlife. For 9 nights, family and community members gather to sing, dance, drink rum and strong coffee to stay up all night. What's interesting is that anyone can join in, even strangers or Western tourists who hear about it. The 9th night, called Setup Night, is the liveliest. Live reggae bands or nyabingi drumming fill the air all night. The atmosphere is filled with laughter as people share fun stories, sing reggae songs, and remember the good times of the departed. The food is equally special, with escovitch fish and fried dumplings always served, symbolizing abundance and good fortune for the spirit's journey. And no one wears all black. Bright, cheerful colors are worn to reflect positivity. According to local beliefs, after the 9th night, the spirit peacefully moves on. It's a cultural tradition that makes Jamaica home to the most uplifting funeral festival in the world. Number 8. The most hard-to-reach bar in the Caribbean. Pelican Bar sounds like a simple name, but it's one of the most hard-to-reach bars in the Caribbean. Located in the middle of the sea, about 0.7 kilometers off the coast of Parati, there's no road-only private boat access. If the sea is rough or the owner decides not to open that day, the entire bar remains closed. Interestingly, the bar is built entirely from driftwood and bamboo, giving it a rustic vibe. There's no grid electricity, just solar panels, oil lamps, and portable speakers. Unlike any bar abroad, this place offers a true slow-living vibe in the middle of the ocean. The menu isn't fixed. If the owner catches fish or shrimp that day, you'll have the freshest seafood. Other days, it might just be famous Jamaican rum and beer while you watch the Caribbean's most beautiful sunset. Pelican Bar has a true closed community vibe. Visitors are usually locals familiar with the boats, or adventurous travelers. Some tourists even fly to Jamaica just to check in at this one-of-a-kind ocean bar. There are no set opening hours. The bar only opens when the weather is nice. So visiting Pelican Bar isn't just an experience, it also takes a bit of luck. Comment 7 if Pelican Bar just made it onto your bucket list. Number 7. Jamaica. The mystery behind the word Rasta. When visiting Jamaica, many tourists casually refer to people with dreadlocks as Rasta. But here's the thing. The word Rasta is not just a nickname or fashion statement. It's a sacred religious term. Rasta is short for Rastafari, a faith rich in philosophy that originated in Jamaica in the 1930s. Not everyone with dreadlocks is a follower of this faith. In fact, only about 5 to 10% of Jamaica's population are Rastafari, while the majority follow Christianity or other religions. Casually calling someone in Jamaica Rasta can be seen as culturally insensitive or ignorant. Many people wear dreadlocks simply because they like the style. Just like in the US, where many artists and athletes choose this look without religious ties. For true Rastafari followers, Rasta represents much more than hair. It's a way of life. They practice vegetarianism, meditation, honor Emperor Haile Selassie I, and live in harmony with nature. The term Rasta is deeply respected and typically only shared when mutual respect is felt. Even in global Black communities, the word Rasta is sensitive. Using it appropriately and with cultural understanding shows respect when interacting internationally. Number 6. Be cautious when taking taxis in Jamaica. When traveling in Jamaica, here's an important tip many tourists don't know. There are both fake taxis and official taxis. It might sound odd, but knowing the difference is key to a smooth trip.